We are going to be speedrunning 3 viral art challenges today because I need to up my drawing game because you can never stop improving. It's been a very long time since I've done an official drawing challenge, and it's also been a while since I've been on TikTok as well. So let's hop over there and see what's going on. So the first art challenge on the list is from Athalie Draws.
Let's draw something random with the fusion generator. Woo! And who is gonna be first? Ooh, Mrs. Incredible Stretchy Queen! And who is lucky enough to be combined with her? Oh my god!
Alright, so this is basically the premise of the entire challenge. Athalie Draws made their own website for this random generator. This is Athalie Draws' website. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description. You basically click, and then who are you drawing? It's your best friend, and what are they doing? Twerking. You can get some really silly stuff with this one. And we're gonna do this live so nobody can say, oh, you cheated. Slenderman, hey! And what are they doing? Ooh, let's see what we get. On Halloween. Well, we can make them like a little trick-or-treater with a little trick-or-treat bag. That would be cute. During this time, I was brand new to streaming. I was still trying to figure out how to draw and talk at the same time. So this piece is not my best work in the series. I'm just starting with this because it's the least strong out of all 3 of them, and they just get stronger and stronger from there. But it was still really fun to draw on stream, and I have been loving my streaming experience so far, especially with all the amazing people in the chat just hanging out with me as I draw. I can't thank them enough for being such a positive and amazing community, especially for my first week of streaming when I was pretty nervous getting back into it. The first sketch that I did is him like leaning over a trick-or-treat bag, but as chat and I were talking about different ideas, we eventually landed on this piece, this little sketch. But it was him with his Slenderman tentacles holding a bunch of Halloween buckets, maybe something that he stole from some kids, and a little tiny witch hat that's a little too small for him because y'all know Slenderman's really tall, and if he stole like that stuff from a kid or something like that, the hat would be pretty small compared to him. But there is a bit of lore with the actual buckets themselves. You can tell there is a random golden pot. So of course we have him holding the classic Halloween bucket. Pumpkin carving, very simple. We also got Kirby because someone suggested Kirby in chat. I like his feet. I love, wait, don't do that. I like, help. Gosh, that was embarrassing. That third bucket that you see that is filled with slime, that is Potman's bucket. Yeah. So we have a viewer in my chat that loves this particular pot from Elden Ring. And that's like his whole personality, his whole brand on social media. So if you ever see someone saying there aren't enough pots in this drawing, that's Potman. So I did draw his pot. I made it full of slime just to make it feel a little bit more Halloween-y. What's really funny about this piece is that Slenderman does not end up getting any candy. There is so much story in this art piece, even though I'm not as proud of the actual final result. There is a lot of personality put into it. It's just a really enjoyable piece to look at because it brings back those memories. Have you ever heard about Unveil? It's a creative platform for character creators, artists, writers, and storytellers just like you. It's an anti-AI and never NFT creative-friendly website to post your OCs, worlds, stories, and more. There are already over 150,000 members on the site, and there have been a ton of updates and improvements in the last year. Your character page has a ton of features. You can upload your OC's artwork in the gallery, expand your OC's lore, and even add traits like their age, birth dates, and more. But this site isn't just for drawers, it's also for writers. There's a whole section just for your writing journey with tons of discoverability options. I didn't forget about world building. Worlds are used to organize a series of character pages, images, and writing all in one place. Perfect if you have several universes for your OC to reside in. You can now collaborate on worlds too, with hundreds of people making art, writing, and role-playing special user-created worlds on Unveil. Discover trending or recently added characters, worlds, writing, and art through Unveil's Explore tab. On Unveil's front page is the Question of the Day feature. This is updated every single day. Answer daily prompts and then they will appear in the trivia section of your OC. Follow users, favorite what you like, and comment to connect with others. Almost every character uploaded to Unveil gets comments and favorites from Unveil's incredible community. April 1st is officially Unveil's anniversary. There's an event going on right now called Glitch in the Multiverse to celebrate. Here are my 3 favorite pieces that I fell in love with. Create an account and join the event before it ends. Back to the video. All right, for the next one, we have a classic pause challenge. Found this one that's pretty well liked. It's pretty viral. So the idea with pause challenges is you pause at a very specific part. Behind me is what I got, and I went ahead and took a screenshot after every time I paused just so that I have it on the canvas. I ended up getting a freaking robo ninja, and I vibe with that. It definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it seemed very messy to me at first, and I didn't know how I was going to make it work together. So of course I had to incorporate a lot of different things all on one sketch. The sketch definitely took a hot minute, let me tell you. With the beginning of the sketch, I like to prioritize silhouette and shape language because I think that's extremely important for drawing to have that, as well as composition, but I'm making it easier for myself. I'm not putting a whole background in. It's just going to be a little portrait drawing of a character, like a character sheet almost. But yeah, so I found a pose on Pinterest like I usually do, and then I went ahead and started adding all the puzzle pieces. The black scarf was very difficult because there were so many strands, and with the way that it floated, it almost felt like hair, if you would. I also wanted to feel like it was wrapping around the character, like the character was in the middle of a movement. It ended up turning out really well. Now, one thing I did change, it might make me fail the art challenge, but I did adjust the pink and blue like color results for the eyes just a tad to be a little bit more on the red instead of on the pink side, just so that it matches a little bit more with the red belt that we're going for. I always love these random challenges so much because it's fun having that random result and trying to work with it to make it look good. The cyber skin with the ninja outfit, like a cyber ninja, that was so cool. And the hair gives them that edgy vibe. Feels very edgy. It reminds me of what I would draw as a teenager if I could draw at the skill level. If my 13 or 14-year-old self saw this, she would be absolutely floored and obsessed with it, I swear. It made me feel a little nostalgic drawing this. I also think it turned out really well. So this one is very much up my alley when it comes to my brand. I love this because it's fairies, because I'm a fae creature. You get it? You get it? So this is a fairy drawing challenge where you draw your own fairy based off of your personality, your family, your t-shirt color, anything like that.
Make the skin color the color of your shirt. The eye color your favorite color. The hair color the color of your favorite flower. If you have a family car or you own a car, give your fairy large wings. If you don't, then just give them small wings. If you have long hair, give your fairy accessories. If you have siblings, give your fairy a wand. If you have a pet, put details in the fairy's skin. It could be an injury or a birthmark. Oh, and if you happen to be an artist, draw your fairy.
I love the way the artist made this fairy. It is so dreamy, and the fact that they got iridescent down. Iridescent is so insanely hard to draw. I love how this turned out, and this really inspired me to go ahead and create my own fairy, and I was gonna go ham on it. But yeah, I put in a lot of effort into this fairy. I spent a long time on the pose. I created this, well actually I didn't create the pose. That was created by the original creators of the Poser app. I just went ahead and tweaked it a little bit to make her head move a little bit more and her arm like daintily hovering over her chest. And then it ended up holding a staff, which it ended up turning out really good. So usually I do that. I put up the pose on the top right corner, go from there. So with my results, color of my shirt was purple that day, so I went ahead and gave her purple skin. My favorite color is green, so the eye color also had to be green. With the hair color, I don't actually have a favorite flower. I've never really been into flowers at all, surprisingly, but I went ahead and looked at a bunch of flowers and I decided a tulip would be pretty good. So I guess tulip. Anyway, so most tulips are a bunch of different colors, but I went ahead and decided to choose the yellow tulip because I think it would look better with purple. There you go. All right, and I do own my own car, so I gave this fairy big fairy wings. And because I have long hair in real life, I went ahead and gave my fairy a bunch of accessories. And I do have a sibling. I have one sister, love her to death, and I went ahead and gave myself a wand. Well, a big wand, a staff basically, but I was thinking like magical girl-esque, so it would be really, I don't know, I thought it would be better if it was a staff. And unfortunately, I do not have a pet right now. I do have a 3-year-old that is not the same at all, so I didn't put any details in the skin. There weren't any other stipulations, so what I did is I went ahead and looked on Pinterest for the best hairstyle. I found a really pretty one with really nice big loose braids, so I went ahead and drew that on her. There were a few things that I drew separately. actually. Sometimes it is easier to draw your pieces in puzzle pieces and then move them together in like a transform window. That's what I did with my wand as well as the wing. The wings mainly because I wanted to give as much detail as possible to the wings without losing any accuracy. So I used a symmetry tool. I made a few different layers. After I fully rendered it, then I moved it to the final piece. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I think I would recommend it. If you can use your tools to the best of your ability, there's nothing wrong with using your tools that are provided for you. You are still drawing. It is fine. I know some people, especially me, was a little apprehensive at using all of these tools. I wanted to, do it on one layer in the beginning. It just ended up being a lot harder for me and things were a lot slower. Use your tools. Thanks. I gave her a very pretty green outfit because of the green eyes. I love color harmony. I needed to balance it out a bit. At the end, I think it did turn out pretty good. Now, I did make up this outfit on the fly, so it's not like the most pretty outfit or like well thought out outfit. I was just having fun with it. I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. And if you did any of these drawing challenges with me, please feel free to send them to me on Discord. I have a Discord channel. We have an amazing community over there full of artists. Just let me know it's from this video. I would love to see your art, just genuinely. But yeah, that's it for this video. I love you all and I hope you have a great rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you're at. And I love you so much and bye-bye.